All right, guys. So trying to determine whether or not you're going to self-manage these properties or if you want to hire a property management company. Things to consider. There's a few variables. And first off, guys, my answer is you'd manage it. I enjoy it though, and I have some of the traits that you would want to self-manage. Which one would be? Are you into being detail-oriented, right, and tracking things? Preferably for me, I enjoy Excel, so I'm tracking everything in Excel, as you may already have figured out during the training. The next piece of it though is time. So, do you want to dedicate? Do you have a position? Do you have a job where you might be able to do some of this property management of items while you're also doing your regular job, your career, or what have you? In other words, a desk job, right? Because most of this stuff is done remotely for me. I don't go to any units for anything. Um, and I should say that's probably because I followed along in this process, and I have a townhome or a condo, and I have resources already established. So if something does go wrong, all I'm doing is emailing or phone call, and then I'm tracking the costs and I'm scheduling it. That's about it. But also keep in mind, following along in this process, a townhome or a condo doesn't have that many things that need to get repaired on a regular basis. So it's pretty limited. I don't have constant lawn care maintenance. I don't have trees to worry about. I don't have a yard. I don't have outdoors items that typically go wrong. My windows, my siding, my roof, that's not on me. It's a hot water heater, it's a plumbing, or it's an electrical matter. That's about it. Those are the three primary culprits as to why I'm getting bugged, right? And I'm spending some time property managing. I will say again, though, in my experience, I'm spending maybe 1 hour. Let's call it on average 3 hours a month on all my units. So 3 hours a month combined on all the units is about all I spend. So I'm a huge fan of managing yourself. However, if you followed along in the process and you have thus far, your unit that you're considering purchasing will have already the baked in amount of margin that you're going to need to hire and outsource a property management company. So we'll talk about that in a later chapter, but there's plenty of things to consider there. There's a cost, of course, there, but you are alleviating your time. So maybe that's worth the cost, right? Because your time is extremely valuable. So in lieu of spending the time, you're going to spend a little money, and it's roughly 18.3%. We break that down. So good stuff, guys. Consider it all. I will say this though, as a final thought. If this is the first property and you've not managed a property in the past, I say give it a shot. Learn what it entails before you hire somebody to take 18.3% of your profits. Try it for a year, try it for 6 months, what have you. Just see how much you can juggle before you hire that property management company. And we're going to get to that in the next chapters. But what to look for in those property management companies and what to watch out for and whatnot. But again, try it yourself. I suggest if you can't though, I get it. You have the margin, so go ahead and leverage an outsourced company and but give it a shot. I do think, and I think you'd be surprised. It's not as difficult as it may seem, and quite frankly, I actually enjoy it. And there are statistics on this that show if you're more hands-on, it's likely your tenant is going to actually have less likely that they're going to move out. So it's just there's some statistics and data on that. The more hands-on I am as a landlord, I do see I'm respected, I'm liked, my tenants know me. You may feel though that you're being bugged though, so just know who you are, right? And we say that in the training as well. Understand that like you're not better than them. You're the landlord, so sometimes they look at you as superior, but don't have that type of ego and that approach, and they're going to like you a lot, and it's going to bode really well for you as far as limiting turnover as well. But all right, guys, so enjoy the chapter. We'll see you on the next one.